greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah,
Take two. So, welcome. You're a little sideways over there. I have no idea because that's a GoPro. And it's snowing to beat the band right now. So, I thought I'd do a quick little update. You've seen the CJ5 videos. The CJ5 is up on Facebook Marketplace currently. But I thought I'd make a kind of an announcement today. Dana and I have been talking. I have about a year left to work. Like, work at my current job. It's a long story. There's a variety of circumstances, so I won't bore anybody with that. However, I will be, I guess, retired. And so I'm looking to make some more content. And my wife, Dana, and I, who you've seen her intermittently on the channel, want to do some traveling. But like everything, like I'm looking at camera equipment and tripods and things like that right now. You're looking at my old car. And we want to do it on a budget. And so we're talking about like national parks, overlanding, adventure travel type stuff, and we're looking around and we've got a couple criteria in mind. And the thought is we're going to buy some sort of towable small RV that would be towable by vehicles we currently own, which would be this guy or my wife's 4Runner. And so it probably isn't super apparent on this channel, but I don't like making car payments. I don't like making payments on anything. And so we will have a budget, and that budget probably for the initial purchase of said RV is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $10,000 or less. So we're talking an older style RV. It's going to be small. It's going to be ideally maybe one of these little fiberglass Burrow, Casita. Gosh, I can't think of the other name brand, but it will be a smaller RV. The other RV we've looked at is what do you call them? Sorry, it's an A-liner, pop-up wedge style deal. One side folds up. So basically, think tent trailer, only an A-frame trailer. That's the word that's eluding me. So anywho, that's what we're kind of looking at. Where if we get sub $10,000, that will leave enough money in our budget to, out of pocket, to make modifications. Because again, when you're talking about doing overlanding or off-road type travel, adventure travel, whatever you want to call it, with a 25-year-old RV, there was no overland market at that point. So you're not looking for a used one. They just weren't around. And for a variety of circumstances, we don't want a tent trailer. So we will be purchasing something and making modifications to that vehicle. We're actively looking right now. The Jeep is not sold, but we've got a little money saved up. We're actively looking to purchase that vehicle. And kind of our thought pattern on this is, we have had RVs in the past. We raised a family of 3 kids. They're all adults now. And we had a big RV. My parents had motorhomes. They had fifth wheels. We've had all that stuff. And so kind of the breakover for us is we're kind of minimalistic type folk. And so I need a bed, I need a place to cook, and I need a place to eat dinner out of the weather. That's pretty much the criteria. And it needs to pull behind this vehicle or Dana's 4Runner, and that's the other advantage to having a tow behind, because obviously what I'm talking about is a new pickup with a new camper. And that fails on a couple counts for us. You know, to get a good pickup, it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars. To get a good camper, it's going to be in the $10,000 to $15,000 range for a good used unit. I mean, that's the reality. And so that's, you know, again, I don't want to buy somebody else's problems. Trust me, I know all my own with my own old vehicle. And so I don't want to spend, and I've got a couple years worth of stuff that I don't even remember on this car that I modified. So I just don't want to open that can of worms again. Plus, I really like this car. We're going to get, again, like I said, some sort of towed vehicle. Storage is an issue. As you can see, I'm in a rural area. Currently, I'm 2 miles from my house, and of course, somebody's driving up on me. So anyway, I'm 2 miles from my house, and stand by. Oh, hopefully he's turning around. When you know, I'm in the middle of nowhere, nobody's driven up here all day, and as soon as I bust out a camera, somebody rolls in. Hopefully they'll take their loud music and whatever and leave. They are. They're skedaddling with their bass. Yeah, sorry to disappoint, guys. Now I've lost my train of thought. So, at my previously unknown location, except for the sign right there, I'm plotting. Dana and I are plotting. We're buying a used RV. It's going to be a tow behind. Going into our background, we've had access to motorhomes. We've owned our own RVs, and by far and away, my favorite RV that I've ever owned, personally, was a tent trailer. But the soft shell thing, I'm not that big a fan of that. The setup times, not that big a fan of that. So I'm thinking we're probably going to get an A-liner-ish type RV, and we'll go from there. But I thought I'd just make this update to my normal video content to kind of tell you where we're headed, and that way you'll understand some of the things that are upcoming. There will be additional mods on the Bronco in the coming weeks and months. My rock sliders / steps are mounted okay. I have an alternative to that I'll be examining in the future. In one of my older videos, you saw me put leather aftermarket seats in the car. I took those out, and I think I figured out how to reinstall them in a better manner so that they're more usable. Because again, we're talking about interstate travel, and trust me, a 220-some thousand mile car from the mid-1990s seat has just about had it. It is not a pleasant place to be. However, the car runs and drives fine. It's just it's an old seat, and I need a newer old seat. So we'll be fixing that. I will be installing some sort of radio, like an AM/FM radio, not a other kind of radio, because I have lots of those. We will be putting that. I will probably be converting the car back into adventure mode in the future. However, that adventure mode's not going to look the same. I'm thinking it's going to have some sort of slide out fridge freezer in the back to accommodate that. We're probably looking at getting a 180 to 270 awning on the roof. If you've ever seen any stuff on A-liners, they don't have an awning, so I got to figure a way around that. The easiest way to do it is probably to retrofit the car with one. So we'll be looking at doing some sort of awning, whether it's a straight pull type arrangement or one of these more elaborate freestanding deals. I don't know. I guess my budget and my imagination and creativity will decide that. We'll be installing some additional storage on the car. Obviously, I have a roof rack up there with the spare tire. That's not desirable from my perspective. We're going to put a swing away rear tire carrier on this, probably a factory one, maybe. I haven't completely decided yet, but it will get us a factory swing away rear tire carrier. I will make provisions to haul additional fuel in the car. Should we make, one of our plans is to hit Alaska at some point, maybe make a Prudhoe Bay expedition or a Tuktoyaktuk. God help me, I probably screwed that up. through Canada, which is up on the Arctic Circle, and it's in Canadian space, airspace, whatever. And so we'll be doing that. So there are big changes to this channel. There's going to be a lot of content. I've got about 24 ideas, in addition to a lot of shakedown trips. Dana and I, over the next year, will be traveling and camping here in Oregon, and so which is where I'm based. And so hopefully, if the snow keeps up, there'll be a snowplow video finally from my rebuilt snowplow. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you for hanging in there this long. I have no idea how long I've talked. I'm probably not going to cut this. I'm just going to lay over some clips. Again, future self, laying some clips of campers, camper shells, campers. You know, I love these Scout campers and the Kimbo campers and the four-wheel campers, and I've watched all those videos. I just don't have the vehicle to tow it. And I've thought about modifying the Bronco and putting a camper in the back. Trust me, Dana and I have talked about that. It's just not a thing currently. So I've kind of gone over the modifications. Dana's vehicle will be getting some slight modifications, probably more some off-roady goodies, maybe some better tires, but minimal stuff. It's pretty well equipped. I have droned and droned and droned. Again, I apologize. If you have hung around this long, I appreciate you watching my goofy behind making a silly video. And I hope you tune in for more marginal content in the coming weeks, months, and years. So have a great day. I hope everything goes great for you. And I hope this video turns out. Bye. Again, this is my Adidas baseball cap over my non-weatherproof camera. Awesome, right?